Hi everyone. So we're in the Puerta del Sol in Madrid, and this is part two of the video of the tour of Madrid that we began in part one, beginning all the way in Plaza de España and working our way to the Royal Palace, La Almudena, Plaza Mayor, and then Puerta del Sol. So if you didn't watch that video, just you know, I'll leave the link in the description and you can go ahead and watch it. And right now in the Puerta del Sol, we will make our way to Callao and, continue the tour. So what I forgot to tell you guys in the first video is this building, which is the presidency of the Community of Madrid. There we have the clock and the bells, which on New Year's Eve announce the new year. And here in the plaza, everybody gathers around to eat the traditional 12 grapes, which symbolizes luck for the new year to come. And yeah, so that's what this building is all about. And now we are going to head that way, and you can see there is the Plaza de Callao. So actually, right at the first crossing, from coming from Sol, near the El Corte Inglés building, which, by the way, this on Christmas it really lights up and it's really gorgeous to see. We have that small bar there, which is very famous in Spain for selling fried fish, actually. And you should try it out. Just get a drink, get some fried fish, and I think you'll enjoy it because it has a lot of years doing the same thing. It's actually very old also, and it's one of the go-tos here in Madrid when you come, at least for the first time. So yeah, try it out. So coming from Puerta del Sol all the way through the Preciado Street, we come across these kind of buildings, which this is a parish church, and as I always say, just look around because you'll find gems like this, and it's quite beautiful. So almost in Callao, okay, we're just going to turn it this way. Again, we're coming from Sol, okay, and we arrive here to Doña Manolita. Now, this is a lottery shop, and it's one of the most famous in all of Spain. They sell a lot of lottery here. Lines can go till the end of the street there, just to get a lottery number on Christmas. They're very famous. I mean, they are well, established, and they give a lot of lottery winners. You see, like first prize here. They do sell a lot, so that's why I think they give away a lot of prizes. So but you can, if you come here on New Year's, not New Year's, but Christmas season, you can just buy it, and maybe luck will be on your side, God willing, and you'll you'll get a prize. So this is the Callao Square, the Plaza de Callao, and that's the Gran Vía street. And here are some, impressive Madrid architecture and iconic buildings. The Schweppes Tower there, and this is the Press Tower. They're not that big, but it's all part of Madrid, very iconic. And some facades that are being reconstructed. And this is the Callao Square. The theaters Callao, which are again very famous theaters here, at least historical wise. And now you can see actually that the Gran Vía street, which begins in Plaza de España, remember that? You can see it in the first video. We began all the way from there and actually made our way all the way, through the back of this and here. And Yeah, that's the Plaza de España. Again, the Schweppes Building, it's very iconic here in Spain. It's not the Schweppes Building, it's the Capitol Building, but we have the Schweppes sign there, which has been there since, I don't know. Gran Vía is like two parts of the street Gran Vía. You have from Plaza de España to Callao, and then from Callao to all the way down to actually Calle Alcalá, which, and after that we have Cibeles. But this first part is filled with theaters and restaurants. So you have like that Capitol Theater and more theaters down there. And this other part of the street, it's more like fashion, shops and everything. And yeah, it's kind of divided in two, so you can enjoy both sides. Like this is by day, and the other one back there is by night. So how about this? The view of the Gran Via with the iconic towers of the Gran Via, with the typical Madrid architecture, which is really amazing. The uh, authorities of Madrid really take care of these iconic buildings and these like to have the architecture really shine so we can enjoy it. It's what I really love the most about Madrid. So Madrid has like a slogan which says "From Madrid to the sky," and this is alluding to the fact that you need to be looking up to see all these modernist buildings which tend to the sky, which are like tall and tend to the sky, right? And to see the modernist architecture, and it's actually also if alluding to if you see Madrid, you can like die. There's nothing better to do. And one of the buildings, which if you take a look, it has a sculpture of Diana, the huntress. So Diana is hunting with arrows, and she's throwing them, and they actually landed on Gran Via. So somewhere down there, you can actually see on the pavement those arrows, and you have to come here and find them. So I'm not sure if we can see one or two of them, but if you come here, just look for them. Um, it's quite a fun game, to try and find them. It's not that easy because it's a lot of people here, but yeah, maybe we can find at least one of them and show it to you. Yeah, here. So here we have two of them. So the arrows thrown from Diana, the huntress. So this is the iconic building of Telefónica, which is like the main operator here in Spain, and yeah, it's a very iconic building. You can see like all of the architecture here is actually amazing and very European, of course, but modernist at the same time. It has an awesome blend. A guy with a motorcycle just passed, and it was green for us, so it nearly hit me. But yeah, no problem. And yeah, this is the Gran Via Metro, and we're going to go that way. The Gran Via street ends in the Alcalá street, which we will see next. So this is the Fuencarral street, which is actually right opposite to the Gran Via street. And you see this architecture. First of all, this is one of the most commercial streets here in Madrid. But yeah, looking again to the architecture of the buildings, you see, and that one is incredible. You see like the sculptures holding the balconies. It's amazing. I mean, come on. Does it get better than this, guys? Look at this. As I told you, like every corner, of Madrid, you discover something every time you see it. So you kind of, can be here like 2 or 3 days and visit Madrid, but maybe even your entire lifetime. Cannot like discover it all. So guys, down there we have Calle Alcalá, which we'll see next. But in the meantime, take a look at this. Take a look at this. Like, the architecture here is insane. I mean, this is not an architecture channel, but you know, tell me if this is not like the weirdest, best, beautiful, amazing buildings that you've ever seen. I mean, like, you know, it's amazing, and I mean, from Madrid to the sky, it's the saying, it kind of stands on its own. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Look at that tower. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. Okay, yeah. So let's head down to the Calle Alcalá. Also, if you take a look backwards, you'll see the Telefónica Building and the Gran Vía street with the Schweppes Building there. Schweppes sign on the building there. Really beautiful, guys. Going down to the Alcalá street, we get our first glimpse of the Metropolis Building, which is that one with that dome there. It's one of the most amazing buildings here in Madrid. It's very, very iconic. As I told you, Gran Via ends in that other street, which is Calle Alcalá, which is the longest street here in Spain. Here we have at the ending the Bellas Artes building, which is translated to beautiful arts. They have a rooftop there, which is, again, you should check it out. So here we have the Metropolis building in all its splendor. As I told you, that's where we came from. That's the Gran Via street. That is the Calle Alcalá street, which, if you take a look at it, there are many like iconic buildings. That one in particular, with the horses there, that's very iconic. You should definitely check it out. The other one with the clock there, it's the Four Seasons Hotel, which it's another iconic building and actually has a pretty awesome decoration in on Christmas. And here, just here, we have this church. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Which is a very beautiful church. You should definitely visit it inside. I have a video dedicated to the most beautiful churches in Madrid. I'll leave the link in the description below. You should definitely check that out because it's very, it will impress you, the beautiful churches of Madrid. And now we're going to go that way. That's the Plaza de Cibeles with the Cibeles fountain. This is the building of the Bank of Spain, which is a very famous building also, but I'll talk more about it when we get there to the Cibeles fountain. So before heading down, this is the Cervantes building, another very iconic building here in Spain. Before this, it was called La Tabacalera. Yeah, it's you can see the architecture. It's a square-shaped building, but the architecture it's impressive. I mean, come on. This is the, as I told you, the Bank of Spain. It's a very big building, but beautiful architecture. And again, this is not an architectural channel. It's more of a travel channel. But I'm sorry, guys, for mentioning it like 20,000 times, but it's really impressive. This is another iconic building, like over there in Spain, and I think it's a military building, so I think they're like changing the guards or something like that. Hence the music that we hear. Let's just see a little bit. So we are in the Cibeles Square. That's the Cibeles fountain there. And you can see there, it's where Real Madrid, the famous football club, best club in the world, in my opinion. My favorite team, my favorite club. They do all the festivities when they win stuff. And that building is the Mail Building. It's the presidency of Madrid, I think, right now. As I told you, this is the Bank of Spain, another most iconic building here in Madrid. And of course, forgot to mention that the Cibeles Square is home to four iconic buildings. So that one is one of them, the Mail Building. We have the Bank of Spain, as I told you, and here where we saw the test for the military stuff, we have the. Sorry about that, guys. This is the courtyard of the Buenavista Palace, which is another iconic building, and that there on the other corner is the Casa de América, or the House of America, which I think deals with some governmental stuff with Latin America territories. And there, just there, I mean, let's see if I can zoom it a little bit. It's there is the famous Puerta de Alcalá, so the gate of Alcalá, which has the entrance to the Retiro Park. So this street, actually, it's an avenue, which is crossing here. So all of this is coming all the way from Atocha station to here to the Cibeles, and it's called Paseo del Prado, which is where all the museums are located in Madrid. The Prado Museum, the Reina Sofia, and actually Reina Sofia is not on this street, but it's close to Atocha, right in front actually, and the Thyssen Museum, and comes here, and then it converts into the Castellana Street, which goes all the way to Chamartín. And crosses the Bernabeu Stadium also, so it's like the most famous avenue here in Madrid. But again, guys, what views from this, the Mail Building in Madrid? It's actually impressive. This is the House of America, as I told you. That's the Colón, where that building is. It's the Colón roundabout. It's actually very interesting. There they have like a sculpture, which is quite interesting. You can definitely check it out if you want to. But yeah, Madrid in all its splendor, and it shines even more at sunset. The Mail Building has a rooftop there, if you see those guys there, and you can actually climb there, and I think you'll have a quite beautiful view from up there. So guys, we have reached the Puerta de Alcalá, and another famous monument here in Madrid. I'm not sure if you can see it, but behind it, where you see all of the trees, is the entrance to the Retiro Park. It's the biggest park here in Madrid. I think it's the biggest park. If not, well, it's like the famous park here in Madrid. I'll maybe put a couple of shots there. I do have a video on the channel with the most famous parks in Madrid. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to watch that out. It's quite a beautiful park. It has a lot of places. And yeah, we're going to end this tour here. And if you've missed something, like some other landmarks you would like to see from Madrid, just leave a comment down below and let me know. And in a future video, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I think this for a first day in Madrid, this could be a really beautiful tour to make. And then in your second day, third day, explore the corners, explore some more stuff like La Latina, which I mentioned in the previous video. And yeah, just come to Madrid, come to Spain, you'll love it.